Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the Middle-Aged Guys, and we're going to be bullshitting about Shenmue. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Mouse one.
Earlier this week, actually on January 6, 2017, it was found by one of the members over there at Sega Nerds. He was looking through the domain name registrants. Whenever you set up a domain name for a website or anything like that, you have to actually go ahead and register it so that somebody else doesn't take it. Or if somebody else has it, you have to go out of your way and purchase the registry for it. Sega of Europe went through the registration process, and they went ahead and they registered two brand new domains. The first one called ShenmueRemastered.com, and the second one listed as ShenmueHD.com. Okay, now we're on the cusp of the planned release of Shenmue 3. And a lot of people have been asking, ever since Yu Suzuki went out of his way and did the announcement, came out, stood in front of everybody at E3 on the Sony stage for 2015, right? A lot of people, after he actually did the announcement, a lot of people were saying, so are we going to see remastered or HD versions of Shenmue 1 and 2? Hopefully in a package, because, that whole thing about, transferring the save over and everything like that, unless you were in Japan or in UK and you had the PAL version, that wasn't something that you could easily do as a Dreamcast owner. And they're, Sega for a while has said that it'd be something that they're interested in doing, but there's been a lot of obstacles in their way to actually doing a remaster version. They're not just technical, but also licensing, because there's multiple things within Shenmue itself, within the game, that were licensed out at the time that Sega no longer has a license for. And if they're not able to go ahead and reacquire it, then they can't sit there and distribute the game on a brand new platform exactly the same way as they had it before. That being said, if we sit there and we go ahead and we piece together that, Sega's had openly stated ever since May of 2016 that Shenmue is one of the things that they'd be interested in looking at. And then you had the Sega surveys, their announcement that they wanted to go ahead and tap previous entries into their back library. And then their last Sega survey, fan survey, where Shenmue was all over the fucking place as far as something that the fans wanted to bring back. The registry of these two domains is filling a lot of people with not just speculation, but hope that HD remastered version of Shenmue 1 and 2, and I have to emphasize that, not just 1 and 2, okay, is going to be coming out to the fore for, current platforms. What are you guys' thoughts on this? I know what mine are, but I'll give you guys a chance to speak.
Save Shenmue HD. Hashtag Save Shenmue HD. Ever since the announcement of Shenmue 3 and the Kickstarter and everything, and me basically uncovering all the garbage that was trying to be spread about it, people have been asking Sega, because they own the rights to Shenmue. Regardless of what anybody else says, Sega owns the rights to Shenmue. Sega has been asked time and time again, they were asked time and time again to make a third one, and now about HDing or remastering Shenmue's 1 and 2. Some of the things that the Reverend talked about as far as licensing, like the Timex watch, or even the Coca-Cola products being a part of the Japanese versions of Shenmue. A lot of people don't understand that was one of the main hiccups as far as everything with Shenmue. If they were to do this, my biggest concern, what platforms would it be on? Shenmue 3 is only going to be going to the PS4 and PC. So what if they do this and they actually HD this? Is it only going to go for PS4 and Steam? Or is it going to try to go to all platforms? That would be funny if the Xbox One gets this, but it doesn't get Shenmue 3. I really don't think Sega would do that, but
I think Sega would do that.
Serious?
Yeah, but continue on.
That would be a kick in the ass. If that would have happened, it would be a big kick in the ass. And I would actually kind of laugh, but I would actually be kind of upset at that. I'm not even an Xbox.
Phil Spencer, that's all you got to say.
Yeah, but I'm not even an Xbox One owner, but still, that would still be a kick in the ass. I love Shenmue. Love Shenmue 2. I mean, I backed the Kickstarter of Shenmue 3. If they were to do this, Shenmue HD, they don't have to revamp the game, just HD it and re-release it. 1 and 2 in a bundle. Make it some way that you can carry your shit from 1, 2, and perhaps 3, if in all possible. If that were the case, look out, take my money, I would actually fucking get it. Even though it'll most likely be a digital release only.
What about you, Grey Mouse? What are your thoughts on this particular one?
Well, I have to say that Shenmue has been a very sensitive topic for the last couple of years, ever since Yu Suzuki came out on the stage at E3 in 2015. There's a lot of rumors that went around, and a lot of debunked stuff that went around. And, it only makes sense that the PlayStation and Windows are the ones that will be getting the Shenmue 3. So, like, I have to kind of agree with the theme. I don't foresee in any foreseeable future the HD remake being put on an Xbox, or for that matter, a Microsoft system, the Xbox One specifically. It's a real shame that this is the case, but it is what it is. But like I said, or like you said, the HD version of the game, I'm very interested in. But the red tape with the
licensing?
Yeah, thank you. The licensing for certain things that show up in the game, whether it be the Japanese version or the American version, doesn't matter. There's a lot of red tape there. I don't know how they're going to sort it. But again, like the theme said, Sega does own the IP of Shenmue for that matter. And it's really encouraging that perhaps maybe there will be a Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2. I'm thinking it's going to be a bundle, like you said, like it's going to be like a multi-disc or whatever. Or it could be a digitally download, digital only. I really hope not. But I find it very interesting that Sega is now actually realize how much attention has been brought up for Shenmue, how much interest rather is in Shenmue. Just by looking at the through PayPal backing and Slacker backer backing for Shenmue 3. So the interest is there. We're just I think Sega is actually realizing that, yeah, we can make money off of this franchise still. There's still people that are interested in it, which is a good thing. So, them trademarking that domain is very interesting. And
2 of them. Yeah. 2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting, So hopefully this will come out, to fruition, whether or not it's on the PlayStation 4 or the Windows or Steam for that matter. Just bring it. There are people. I think people that want to play Shenmue 3. I think they should. I think there should be a
1 and 2.
Combination of 1 and 2, so that, to get people kind of back into the game, or people that's new to the franchise, and find out why it's a beloved game.
Yep.
I mean, wait. Well, before you go into that, Reverend, if they're going to do this, they better do this well before Shenmue 3 comes out, or well before Shenmue 3 is even finished, because you would like to have 1 and 2 saved and then moved on to Shenmue 3.
So are you saying that it's got to be completed this year then? Or
Yeah.
the latest, early 18?
I think that would delay Shenmue 3.
I'm already expecting it to come out in like 2019 as it is.
Oh, come on, Rev.
Well, Yu Suzuki has nothing to do. I mean, I would assume that Yu Suzuki would have nothing to do with the remake, HD remake of Shenmue 1 and 2.
That's all Sega.
So I don't think that would delay Shenmue 3. Shenmue 3 is coming out.
No, but what I'm saying is, if they're going to re-release Shenmue's 1 and 2 and have it carry over to Shenmue 3.
But not only that, but if you're thinking about just for marketing reasons, people are interested right now when Shenmue 3 actually is released on PC and PS4. You know, it would make sense. It would make the best marketing sense to have if they're going to do an HD remastered version of Shenmue 1 and 2, to go ahead and release it around the same time, preferably before, but if not around the same time as Shenmue 3, where everybody is interested. Okay, for newer fans who weren't able to go out of their way to see what it was like on the Dreamcast all the way back in 1999. No, excuse me, 2000, 2001. They can go out of their way and see, oh, okay, this is what the precursor was, and this is what the story was built on, showing, you know, leading into Shenmue 3. You know, for marketing reasons, it just makes sense. I think as far as seeing the domain names being registered and showing up right now, it's a good thing, because that indicates that somebody over there at Sega has plans for this. Okay, somebody is hoping to do something with this. All right, now
About time.
Yeah, to say the least. But is it going to show up before 2018 or 2019? I really don't know. You know, I just being completely honest about it. You know, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where, yeah, we were teased, and there were jokes and hoaxes for over a fucking decade. All right, for 16 years that Shenmue 3 was going to go ahead and come out. You know, and now it's coming to fruition. If Sega is jumping into it now, or if they're in a place where they're making plans and they're going to be marketing for things, hopefully this is something we'll see before Shenmue 3 comes out. You know,
Well, one thing too is what I understand is that just because you owned a domain, 2 domains, that doesn't necessarily mean that game. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
No, but you're exactly right.
You got to be a realist here. Just because Sega decided to register those domains, that don't mean shit. And in all honesty,
right.
There is no proof. All they did is just registered a site, www.shenmuehd.com or whatever. That doesn't necessarily mean. And I think, in my opinion, you know, it very well could be that Sega's just protecting their IP, so that way nobody will take that from them. And in the long run, you know, because you only have once you register a domain, it's yours, and it's just easier for Sega to own that than have to go out and buy, like you said at the beginning, go out and buy that domain from, you know, a private owner. You know, I mean, because if I own that domain and Sega wanted that domain, I'm sorry, you'll be paying out the ass. Look, I had it first.
Unless they call it Shenmue Remake.
Yeah, or they could do that. But I'm just saying, it doesn't necessarily, just because they registered the domain, that doesn't necessarily mean that an HD remake is even possible. You know, like we said before, there's a lot of red tape in there. There's a lot of licensing that has to get through. And quite honestly, you know, looking at Sega's
track record,
I really don't see an HD coming out. I mean, even though ever since Shenmue 3 was announced, you know, they had a large, huge a pushback about, hey, why don't you release an HD version of 1 and 2? And, 1 was on Sega Saturn, 2 was on Microsoft. So, I don't know if there's any red tape in that. I mean,
one thing I want to add, if Sega is going to re-release Res again and again, I do not put it past them to release Shenmue 1 and 2, especially due to the push that Shenmue 3 got.
Well, I mean, to me, I think it would be a major middle finger up to the max if Xbox One does not get Shenmue remake. I mean, simply because it was on the Shenmue 2 was on a Microsoft platform. It would be really fucked up that Phil Spencer or whoever cannot get that game on the Xbox One. I mean, like I said, I'm the only owner in this group of an Xbox One, and the exclusive and the amount of games going to Xbox One is very slim. Everything right now is leaning towards PlayStation 4. For Christ's sake, I can't even play Street Fighter 5 on the Xbox One or any other.
Would you want to?
It's ridiculous. So, I would think that if they would do
I'd rather Microsoft get Street Fighter 5 when it's done.
It's not happening. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Hey, wait. That happened with PlayStation. PlayStation got Rise of the Tomb Raider when it was done.
But from the start, that was a timed exclusive.
I know, but still.
But anyway,
Microsoft get the damn game.
Shenmue. I really don't see Shenmue HD, if it exists or being made at this time now. I really don't see it coming on an Xbox platform. I really don't. I mean, you could get it on Steam, and that's it. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
But my point is, about that, it wouldn't make any sense for it to get 1 and 2 and 3 is not showing up anywhere on it.
That's the logic that I have. The same, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, how big of a middle finger is that? So you're going to give them HD version of 1 and 2.
That's why I said I don't think that's going to happen, but Reverend sees it a different way.
I'm throwing it into that pile of, in 359 games that don't show up on that fucking system, amongst others. Part of that negative 359. My thing with Shenmue, all right, the thing about, like Grey Mouse said, them registering domain just might mean that they want to go ahead and keep it out of somebody else's hands.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to go out of their way to do that unless they have plans for something. Okay? It may not be Shenmue. It may not be Shenmue. You know what? The horror story that I'm looking at is that they're going to go ahead and release out an Xbox One version, but it's going to be something called Project Shenmue Beast Rider or some bullshit like that. Okay, that's what I think. In the worst of worst scenarios, that's what might happen. But with
he said Beast Riders. How do you even think? What the fuck?
Oh,
Beast Riders.
No, the theme is losing it right now because he knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. All right.
No, it's just like no.
But look, the thing with this is that it's really interesting. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, if you didn't have reason to keep your ear to the ground on whether or not Sega would actually touch something like this, like I said, there are a few things that have gone on over the stars are aligning in a way where it makes sense right now. Okay. We have the eve of Shenmue 3 coming up very quickly. You've had Sega openly actually addressing this now, all right? Not only that, but they've also gone out of their way and they've done their fan surveys. The one that was early in May of 2016, the one right at the end of 2016, and then this shows up as part of, an online registrant service. And it just looks like the stars are lining up that something is going to happen that's going to involve Shenmue. All right. Now, if it turns out to be something like Virtual Shenmue Quest, fuck you very much, Sega. All right. Like I said, that'll fall right along along the line of, like I said, Project Shenmue, Beast Rider. Okay, no, thank you. Okay, I've seen what you've done when you sit there and you fucking mashed it together, or you try to do remakes. All right, we are not asking for that. Okay, going ahead and stepping up Shenmue from the 480p all the way up to a full 1080p remaster, and making sure that shit is not breaking is a big enough endeavor as it is. I understand why they didn't want to go ahead and invest more time. They weren't enthusiastic about the thought of investing more time into this, even before considering all the licensing issues and all of that. Do I hope they do it? Yes, I do. All right. Am I holding my breath, thinking that it's going to sit there and revolutionize what I already think about the series? No, I'm not.
No.
All right. And that's just how that is.
I think all three of us really do wish that this would happen. But like you mentioned earlier, I mean, it very well could be just a website.
It could be.
Or a jacked up game, as the Reverend put together earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Beach
I
Drive.
better not see Rio on that motorcycle with the fucking pet cat that was at the shrine. No, don't fucking do that. Don't. No, man. Don't have Rio as a special guest in Virtual Fighter or Altered Beast or Golden Axe.
Am I the only one who thinks that would be a bad thing?
Depends on how they fucking make it.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a bad thing. Yeah.
What, on Altered Beast, Golden Axe, or fucking Virtual Fighter?
Either of those.
You really want them to try Altered Beast and Golden Axe again?
Could it be any worse than what they did before?
Yes, it can. So, yes, it can. They've had... Okay, we're getting off topic here. And you brought up that Beast Rider shit, and that made me erupt in fucking laughter. But at the same time, there was sadness in my heart because Sega would actually do some shit like that. But Shenmue, I think, look, it's one of the best games ever in my opinion because of what it presented, especially in its era and in its time. It's still great to this day. But if they were to HD it and bring it out and do it correctly and have it tie in with the second one and have that tie in with the third one as far as having your saves and stuff like that, that would be one of the best things. But as Grey Mouse pointed out, and as the Reverend alluded to, this just may be a domain to just secure their IP. It may or may not mean something, but fuck. They actually care about this? They actually care about it just to renew it? Then fuck, all right. Then do it with Virtual On. Do it with... I would love another Virtual On. Fuck, do it with Fighting Vipers.
I was going to say Fighting Vipers.
Fighting fucking Vipers. Do it with that. Have another fucking hang-on.
We've gone over like the back library of Sega so many times. There's so many things that they can do. Like, if we're, like I said, if we're just keeping our ear to the ground and we're watching how the stars align, this actually looks rather hopeful. All right. Now, the problem that all of us have, and we know we'll openly admit this, is that we have a problem with being too hopeful about it because we've seen things get fucked up before. By Sega, no less.
Nintendo. What was it? The Metroid?
The Metroid Federation.
Yeah.
Federation Force and Star Fox Zero. Yeah.
Same.
Well, at least they tried. I don't see a Power Stone 3 or Rival Schools 3 anywhere.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, you're always going to hear that from me, folks. I'm sorry.
But to get back on topic with, this very well could be a pipe dream that everybody is smoking. but the thing is here.
Hey, pass that shit to me.
Puff, puff, give.
Yeah,
And it's
well,
legal in California now, so hey, why not?
I mean, the thing about it is, as soon as people heard about this, or if you're hearing about this now, what do you think? Because this is one of the things that people have been harping on and asking for a long fucking time. So if Sega is just going to string us along, fuck you, Sega, for doing that. However, if this actually leads up to something, then this is a start, so you can actually work on the other shit that we want from you as well. Come on, listen to us. We're asking for shit that we actually want, that we actually love, that we actually appreciate it, that we'll actually fucking empty wallets for. Come on.
What? E3 is 6 months away, 5 months away now?
Huh.
Nope. E3 is in April, man. That's a little almost 3.5 months away. So I mean, it's something that we can go ahead and we'll probably.
E3 was in May.
I thought it was in
May or June or something like that. But it's we'll be able to go ahead and touch on that. Not that I'm expecting Yu Suzuki to show up again on the Sony stage this particular year, but it's something that we're going to go ahead and we're definitely going to be leading into over the next few months. Again, folks, if you haven't figured it out, we're fans. This is something that we're interested in, and it's something that it looks really, really interesting, especially considering if this was just them registering the domain by itself out of nowhere. Yeah, people would be like, okay, they're just protecting their shit. But considering all the things that have come down over the last year, and everything that's going to be coming up, especially hopefully before the end of 2017, this is something that people are really looking forward to, and indicates that somebody is thinking about it, somebody has a plan. All right. What are your thoughts on it? We'd really like to know. Go ahead and leave us a comment below. If you're so kind with that, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Yeah, I've been saying it for almost a year. I think, come like June this year, I'll stop saying that at the end of every fucking video. But until then, yeah, that's part of my spiel. All right. Another part of our spiel is that we are the middle-aged guys. We've just been bullshitting about Shenmue for over 30 minutes, and our bullshit about that ends here. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Mouse1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming. And yeah, if you can re-release Rez, an awesome game, bring us more. Particularly Shenmue. Come on, do that shit. But not Beast Rider. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that, please. Credits.
Theme son, can you tell me where I can find a remastered version of Shenmue?
Have you seen some sailors?
All I got to look for now is the 3 blades.